Okay, eventually I will have a better setup. Like, this is not, it looks kind of crazy in here. PlayStations and shit everywhere. Okay, so bear with me. But hello, I'm Adriana and welcome to my channel, my reading channel, my book channel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, so right now we're going over my TBR while I am currently in the process of reading the most popular, I don't want to say the most popular, the most controversial book series on YouTube. I'm reading Zodiac Academy. I'm on the third book. And if you know anything about Zodiac Academy, it's a specific order that you have to read the books. So like, I'm gonna put it like over here so like you can see it. It's like a specific order that you have to read it so that it can all make sense. And when I'm done with the third book, I'm gonna do another video about the third book because, or about the first three books, because it seems like I should do that. Like, the journey needs to be documented. And it's taking me forever because they're like Bibles. I think I have, hold on. I was so tired of carrying them around that I ended up just starting to read them on my Kindle. Like, it was easier for me to just Kindle them hoes. Like, it was just, it was a lot. Like, my back was hurting. It was a mess. Oh my God. So, let's get started. While I read the Zodiac Academy, I very much like read other books in between because I love the plot and all of that, the setting and the authors, because there's two of them. They created this big world and I love it. I love it, but sometimes I need a break. Sometimes they be stressing me out. And I don't know. I've just been kind of going through the books that, one, I've been reading a lot of manga. And two, like, there are books on my shelf that I haven't read. I haven't been reading. I've stopped reading so I could read Zodiac Academy, which has encapsulated me, like, to the fullest extent. So, that being said, I'm gonna go through all of the books that are technically on my TBR that were just sitting on my shelf since I bought them. Some of these books have been sitting on my shelf for 2 years, a year. Some of them are on my Kindle, so we're gonna go over the Kindle stuff first. So my TBR, I've been reading a lot of comics too. So like, if you didn't know, now Kindle and Amazon has like this thing called something where you could just, it's on your Kindle Unlimited and you add a subscription and you can read comics on your Kindle, which is great. I love it to the fullest extent. Well, I right now have been reading Attack on Titan because when Attack on Titan was popular when I was in high school, I started watching it, but I don't remember all of it. So I'm reading that. I'm obviously reading Zodiac Academy. I'm gonna talk about Zodiac Academy in another video. I can't let y'all have that. Like, I have a love for it that's just beyond all measure right now. Maria Levette's Artificial comic is like top tier. I love it. It's about a woman who does a free trial for a Android AI boyfriend. and like you can customize him. So it's like, it's, you gotta read it. You gotta read it. What else I've been reading? What else is on there? But there's another book that's coming, or another comic that's coming out that expands on that story. A Song to Drown Rivers 2. That's on my Kindle, but I also have it like, it's one of my, it's a YA. I love a YA. It's beautiful. And it's just about like, it's about traditional Chinese. It's like a, how do I explain it? It's one of like, okay, let's read it. Inspired by the legend of Shai Shi, one of the famous four beauties of ancient China. It's an epic novel stepped into a myth about womanhood, war, sacrifice, and love against all odds as fate of two kingdoms hangs in a delicate balance. So it's about a woman, I don't know, about a woman who's gonna fight for her country. I don't know. I'm ready to get into this. I've been wanting to because it's so pretty and it's so light, and because it's a YA, the chapters are really short, and like the I've noticed in YAs the font is quite large, and the spacing in the font is quite large as well. I'm gonna read the light novel. I got this from Second and Charles. I have the first 4 physical copies of The Summer Hikaru Died, from the manga. I watched the anime. I read the rest of the manga on my Kindle because that's when I first bought it. Because my sister was like, bro, you need to watch The Summer Hikaru Died. Like, you need to read the manga. Like, you would freaking love it. And I did. I loved it. So I'm all things like The Summer Hikaru Died. As of that and Dandadan, I have every single copy of Dandadan to be TBD. So there's another manga I've been reading called Phantom Busters, and I saw it on Pinterest. I want to say not even, probably like a year or two ago, and I could never find it because certain stuff that comes out in other countries you can't get in America at specific times. So I had to wait until now to get it. So I'm gonna have the first and the third copy. The second copy is on my Kindle. So I'm gonna be reading that. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. This is just read the blurb. Okay, let's. Deadly storms have ravaged Mina's homeland for generations. Her people believe that the sea god, once their protector, now curses them. Oh. Each year, a beautiful maiden is sacrificed to the sea in hopes of appeasing him. Wow. That went dark real quick. Many believe that Shim Chong, the most beautiful girl in the village and the beloved of Mina's older brother, June, may be the one to finally end the suffering. But on the night Chong is to be sacrificed, June follows her out to sea, knowing that to interfere is death. To save her brother, Mina throws herself into the water. In Chong's stead, swept away into the spirit realm, Mina seeks out the sea god, only to find him trapped in an enchanted sleep. With the help of a mysterious young man and a motley crew of demons and spirits, Mina sets out to wake the sea god and bring an end to the killer storms once and for all. But a human cannot live long on the land of the spirits, and there are those who would do anything to keep the sea god from waking. So this, and when I bought it, it was the monthly pick, so dramatic, love it. Love it. YA, love it. Chapter shorts, love it. I could read this in probably like 2 days, but I'm Zodiac Academy. This one, I'm reading on Audible right now. So I'm not gonna say it's a TBR, but it's a TB finished, TBF, to be finished. I love it. It brings back the nostalgia of my childhood, watching all the Tinkerbell movies, and I have a plan to read the Fairies of Pixie Hollow video book series. So I'm very excited to do that. My camera's gonna die. There. I'm almost done with it. So this one I started and didn't finish because I started watching the show again. I watched the show first for the first book and then read the first book, and I should not have done that because it was so different. So now I watched the show and I'm reading this. This is so much more dramatic, and I prefer the book to the show, but I did start this on my Kindle and I will finish it. I bought this book 3 years ago in an attempt to read the series, and this is the first book. So I plan on reading it. Very much so. If you've ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know that there are different avatars for each century, and each generation has a different avatar. You know, you can get into it. I love it. Just tossing my books. Like, I love you guys. Anyway, if you know me, the girl with the BMO tattoo, I love Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. I have all kind of Adventure Time stuff everywhere. So I recently bought the 3rd compendium because I heard the first 2 compendiums were just the first couple of seasons of Adventure Time, and I've watched Adventure Time plenty of times. And I bought this, and I love it. And I haven't started reading it. I did start reading when I get bored of my books. I did start reading the Fiona and Cake one, which is a little slimmer, but it's just like some background stories to background comics to, you know, the cartoon, which I love. I had also been reading, these are collector's items. Like, these are, you have to get these from like collectors. So it's really hard for me to get the second graphic novel, but this is a graphic novel, an Adventure Time graphic novel. I've been reading these 2 in between my books, so that I really love. And the next one, I think I'm gonna put it over here, is it's about the princesses, and if you didn't know, there are different kinds of princesses in Adventure Time, and there's one called the Pixel Princesses or something like that, and it's the story, you know, just another story in between, you know, what's going on throughout the cartoon. Everybody's reading this book. The only reason I picked this up was because everybody's reading this book, and they say Frida McFadden is a really good author. I love Colleen Hoover. I have read multiple Colleen Hoover books. Even though her name and her persona and everything around her is quite controversial, she can write a story. I could give less of I don't care about her personal life, but her books and they are so dramatic, and I love drama. I love a little romantic tension. That's like my thing. Some love, even if it's like just like a YA tension romantic type feel. But Dear Debbie, I see a lot of people reading this, so Dear Debbie, I want to read that. I think this is about it's like about a spiraling stay-at-home mom, I should say. This is what I think it's about. This is what, when I read the blurb, okay? This one already has my bookmark in it, so I was attempting to read it, and then I started reading Zodiac Academy. I have this really cool bookmark from this girl at Charlie's Collectible Show. I love her. I hope this doesn't fine you. This is about a high school girl who's kind of perfect in everybody's eyes, and she doesn't realize that they don't realize that She has her own internal struggles with everybody, and she doesn't acknowledge them. And so one day, well, every day or every time something would happen, she would write emails on emails about the classmates. She would never send them, but she would write them extensively, and there was just drafts of emails. One day she opens her laptop and all the emails are sent. I'm ready to read this one. Anything by Anna Lang, anything by her, I read it every time. If you could, all of that, if you could see the sun, like, it's just, it's so dramatic and loving, and there's no spicy scenes. I can take a break from this. I'm not a spicy reader, okay? I'm not a frequent spicy reader. I don't read spicy books all the time. Now, let's talk about these two. These are meant to be read in the fall time, both of them. These are cozy books. These are books that Celestine Martin, I have all 3 of her books from I call it the Kiss and Spell series, but like it's essentially the stories of the sisters, and they're not sisters. I think it's 2 sisters and a cousin, and they're all finding love, and they're all witches, and they all do their own thing, and I love it. And I read both stories, and all the women are curvy. All of them are plus size. All of them are black. They're black. Brown people. Okay, brown people. And it's not too spicy. It's like a slow burn. And I love it. I love all of her books. This one, S.R. Morton. This one, I met her in Barnes & Noble. And she signed this for me. And I was like, I will support you because I love supporting people who are writers. I love supporting authors. I love supporting artists. And she's amazing. She's such a sweet, loving person. When I spoke to her, she was just like, I told her what I wanted to do with my life because it was only 2 of us. And one of them the other woman, she was an aspiring writer. And she just kind of looked at us and was like, I put forth all of my positive energy into making sure that you do whatever you aspire to do. And I love that. I love that type of energy coming off people, because I love to give that kind of energy to people, because why not? Why be hateful to people? Okay? But is there anything else that I'm missing? It shouldn't be anything else that I'm missing. Oh, I'm obviously going to so I've been reading The Kings of Sin, and I think the next Kings of Sin book is pre-ordered, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's I think it's Kings of Gluttony that's coming out, and I am like, I pre-ordered that. King of Gluttony. Like, all of like I said, Phantom Busters, the 3rd book is pre-ordered. That's on my TBR. Don Don, volume 18 comes out Tuesday, or it's arriving on Tuesday. If I Could Give You the Moon by Anna Lang comes out April 14th. I'm getting a physical copy of Maria Levette's Artificial. What else do I have pre-ordered? I have a lot of stuff pre-ordered, and when it comes, I intend on opening it. There's this book that I want to read by Mia Sosa, the Starter X. There's on June 30th, there's another Adventure Time graphic novel, and it's been pre-ordered, so I'm ready to get that for sure. And I pre-ordered it. What else did I pre-order? You know what else I pre-ordered? Under the Oak Tree. If you've never read Under the Oak Tree, please read Under the Oak Tree. I'm like so in love with Under the Oak Tree. I was introduced by a friend, to it by a friend, and she does not disappoint. I've been reading Let's Play. My friend introduced me to Let's Play as well. So I literally just, I don't know what I did with them. Friend, and she does not disappoint. I've been reading Let's Play. My friend introduced me to Let's Play as well. So I literally just, I don't know what I did with them. They're somewhere around here on one of these shelves. I don't know what I did with them. They're here somewhere. But Let's Play, top tier. Oh, they're over here. I have a lot of. I'm ready to get the next chapter of Let's Play because I didn't get to read it when it was on Webtoon. But she's been giving me a lot of her graphic novels and physical copies of things because she prefers her comic type books or manhwa or manga type books to be in color. She doesn't necessarily read a lot of manga, so I love going to her shelf and being like, let me just have this for like a day, you know? But if anything, thank you for watching my ramble about all these books that I have to read by the end of the year. I'm giving myself a challenge. I've never completed a reading challenge, and I intend on doing it this year. But my camera's gonna die, so I'll see you.